My name is Jillian, and this is Jillian Camps, Arizona, and today we're going to be talking about the Hallomall Solar Panel Charger. I don't know if you recall, way back in the day when I first started this channel, I mean, we're talking like 2016, 2017 timeframe. Anyways, when I started this channel, this was one of the videos that I created, the very first video. So go take a look at that. I'm sure it'll give you a bundle of laughs. Today we're doing a 1,000-mile review of this product. I have seriously used this on so many camping and day trips, especially in order to get maximum power while I'm on a hiking trip, because this works so good. And I take this with me car camping too. I love putting this up on my dashboard. It charges, on the dashboard, and when it heats up, we get a lot of sun down here, So something like this just not only makes sense, but it also works awesome. Now, this is an extremely old version. They've already upgraded the cells on the newer ones where you get almost double the capacity of this old one. So this old one is 15,000 milliamps per hour. I know the new ones I think are up to 40,000 milliamps per hour, but you know what? This is an oldie but a goodie. I bought this for like 40 bucks back in the day, okay? And I just love it still. I take this with me on all my trips. It powers my phone, it recharges all of my headphones, and it works great, I just love it. The key with having a solar panel charger is don't let it fully drain, okay? Because if you let it fully drain the power, right? So if you charge your phone a bunch of times and it's fully drained, then you cannot get it to power via the solar panel, because solar requires that some of the power still exists in here in order to generate more power. That's how solar works, right? So it transfers the energy from the sun, but it uses the current cells that have to be partially full, right? Not halfway, just like 10% even, just the littlest amount, right? I've taken it all the way down to like 1/2 a dot and before it's been able to charge. But trust me, if you drain it fully, charging your phone too much, then you're screwed, okay? It just means that you're not going to get any more power. And that happened to me up at the Grand Canyon when Prashant and I were. I spent days wondering why in the crap load I could not get this to charge. I keep this out all day on the roof of my car, right? And at first I thought it was in a bad angle. I had it on my dashboard, it wouldn't charge. I put it on top of my car all day, because it was still hidden by the bars. It would not charge. And I was just like, what on earth? And then I remembered. I was like, oh yeah. So I charged it up, I turned on my vehicle and I charged it up just a little bit via my car USB cable, right? And then I charged it the rest of the way in the sun and it worked. But let me tell you, I spent like 2 full days trying to figure out why it wasn't charging while I was hiking or why it wasn't charging at the campsite, right? And don't forget, solar, it requires that just a tiny amount be, available for it to charge, because that's how it generates more power through the solar, okay? Just keep that in mind. Anyways, 1,000-mile review. This thing's, as you can tell, it works awesome, okay? I still have the original carabiner that it came with. This is what I use, and let me tell you, if you get one of these solar panel things, just be sure to buy one that has a little clip or has the ability to put some type of carabiner on it, because this is so invaluable. You can stick this on the back of your bag, which is what I do, and then I just use like a bungee cord or something and I tie it, or just like string, and I tie it down that way, because it does flop around, right? So it like slaps the back. I usually tie this down where my sleeping pad is, right? So I tie this down kind of with the sleeping pad. That way it charges and it stays firmly on top. That way it doesn't kind of flop around when I'm hiking, right? It doesn't bounce around because it's annoying. So just have to be sure to tie it down, but get one for sure that has a carabiner. It's indispensable, and I can't even begin to tell you how awesome it is. And I also recommend, and my new one has this too, or the one that I bought my brother. I haven't bought a new one yet, but the one I bought my brother, and I highly recommend getting one like this, but get one that has a built-in little flashlight, right? Sometimes you just need something little to just, light the ground or something really quick. And if this is attached to your pack at all times, then it's so nice. So this one specifically, you press the power button twice in order to activate the flashlight. Now again, it's using power, right? The flashlight uses power. So just don't keep the flashlight on all the time, or don't forget about it in the daylight, right? Be sure to turn the flashlight off and keep it off. And what I like about the power button is that it's recessed. So it's like the flashlight can't automatically come on or accidentally. I've never had the flashlight accidentally come on when I'm charging it, or, when I'm trying to charge it or something like that. So, and it's worked great, So this is the Hallomall one that, they made a ton of these, and they named them all kind of different names. So this one has a capacity of 15,000 milliamps per hour. The solar panel is only 2 watts. It's so cute and little. Look at it. Again, the technology on these has come leaps and bounds in just this 5 or 6 years that I've owned this. So, keep in mind that the newer ones are much better capacity. I think they're up to 40,000 milliamps per hour, and the solar panels at least double, right? The input, 5 volts, 2 amps. So you can, again, if it's fully drained, you need some way to charge it. So be sure to get one that's not just a solar panel. Be sure to get one that can charge it the good old-fashioned way, via a USB port. So this one uses what I like to call the Samsung device port. So if you have a Samsung device or a Kindle lying around, it uses that same input charger right there. The mini USB is what it's called, or micro USB, excuse me, the micro USB. And then it's got 2 output chargers. Now, this is an old one, and one of them is fast. One of them charges faster than the other, so I always use output 2, which is 2 amps. The first one is only 1 amp output, so it's kind of goofy like that. I don't know, whatever. It's always been like that. So I always use the second one, and I'm just one person, so I just charge one thing at a time. But again, this thing works great. And as you can see, it's in like a tough rubberized case. This orange stuff is a little rubberized and plasticky. And I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've dropped this. I've charged it on rocks. It's Arizona, okay? It's dry and hard. And you just need something tough like this, to take with you. So make sure when you buy a solar panel charger for hiking that it looks similar to this, right? That it's got a tough case, it's got a single panel, and it's connected to the actual charger itself. And make sure it's got maybe a little flashlight or something in the back, not required. And then make sure that it's got different input, an input in order to charge it the old-fashioned way, right? So I just wanted to do a little 1,000-mile review. Again, I'll probably end up buying a new one. Maybe not for this upcoming trip, but, I'll probably end up buying a new one here eventually, because the technology is just like getting so much better, leaps and bounds better. So I'm just excited to use this again. I've always liked the solar panel. It makes me feel kind of off the grid, when you're hiking in the Grand Canyon or something, you're like, oh, I'm totally off the grid. Look, I'm using power from the sun. I don't have to worry about it. I can just hike all day, right? And it works great. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this Jillian Camps Arizona video. Feel free to thumbs up this content if you liked it and you want to see more like it. Also, if you're not currently following me and you want to follow me around, feel free to hit that subscribe button below. Or you can like my page on Facebook or on Instagram. That's at Jillian Camps Arizona. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.